Happy New Year, guys.
Happy
Jesus
New
Christ, I wasn't
New
ready.
Year.
What for the new year or for Jake to start?
Jake
Both.
just come barreling down my ears.
Neither was any listener at home.
I hope we're all ready for 2026. If you're listening, welcome to the first episode of 2026 of Gaming Garnish. I'm joined by the usual crew. We've got Brad.
Hello.
Joe.
Hello.
Ben.
Hello.
And I'll be host this time. I'm Jake. And I'm going to start off with a 2026 question, I suppose.
Oh.
Whoa, start strong.
What are you most looking forward to in 2026? And give me a wild prediction for the year.
Ooh,
The collapse of the AI bubble.
GTA 6 and it's not coming.
Two very good ones.
I am most excited for GTA 6, but not necessarily for the game itself, just for like the event, if you will.
Yes.
Oh,
I
yeah, I get it, yeah.
Because I think it will come out this year. I think if it gets delayed again, like it's been delayed so many times now, and it's taken so long.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll go back to having a midnight release for it? Like, you think people will be queuing around the block outside Sports Direct in the UK to get
I don't think so.
GTA 6?
I think so many people will just buy digitally.
Yeah, digital is the thing now, isn't it?
Well,
I don't know. If
gone.
anything's going to bring it back, it's probably that. I remember queuing up for GTA 5.
I was going to say, I just studied Asda for
Yeah,
GTA
but that
5.
was like nearly 20 years ago. No, maybe not that far back, but you know what I mean.
think it was
At least 10.
13.
Yeah.
13
Wow.
years ago.
Yeah.
360 as well.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Not Xbox One and PS4.
My,
360.
My wild prediction is we'll start hearing about the next gen consoles by the end of the year. Just maybe not a lot, but like
Yeah.
we'll start hearing a lot of like,
Something's in
good
production.
rumors. Yeah.
See, I did think that
Hmm.
going into the end of last year, but with recent news, and we'll get to it, I think
That
it might
is a
get
good point.
I might get delayed, but we'll get into that in a bit.
Good point.
Joe, Ben,
Oh, I said mine.
yeah, the AI bubble.
I want it to collapse and like have RAM and graphics cards go back to regular prices.
that is
set on
another thing
fire.
we'll talk about in a bit. I
Yeah.
imagine.
Yeah.
Mine's a Steam machine. I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And what it's going to do to the market, really. I think Xbox are going to have to go back on themselves a little bit with their price hiking and stuff, because I feel like people might jump ship.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you can get games so cheap on Steam, yeah.
Yeah,
No,
but can you get
definitely.
the console so cheap?
No, God, no. But that's
They'll go
that's
up
a
again
one-off, not a
in
monthly.
price.
Yeah. I'm going to do a wild
Oh.
suggestion. I'm excited for a game. And it's
What?
No
and
way.
It's Wolverine.
Yes.
Oh, is that supposed to be coming out this year?
And the wild prediction is that it's coming out this year.
Yes.
Well, I think Insomniac don't tend to delay the games.
If they do, it's only by a few months.
Yeah.
So
So I think
fingers crossed. But I don't really know much else that I'm necessarily excited for. My prediction's actually something about the AI bubble popping, but we'll see. We will see.
Hopefully.
I think this year might be a bad year and it might happen next year.
I honestly think this year might be the make or break for AI. And
Yeah.
it might actually go the way you're hoping it doesn't.
We will see.
Yeah.
Don't want to be doom and gloom already.
I know.
2026.
Yay, Happy New Year.
First release of the year.
So to move on and get more excited about the games, what have we been playing over this Christmas period? Brad,
Oh.
sound us off.
So we just before Christmas, we did the Garnish Game of the Year.
We did.
And the winner of that was The Outer Worlds 2.
Oh, on the Discord, yeah.
On the Discord.
Yeah.
And I was actually playing this at the time, but I hadn't played enough to sort of talk about.
Yeah.
I've since completed it
Nice.
and I enjoyed it. It was
Would
good.
Would it have got in the 10?
I think it would have got in the 10. I don't think it would have been in the top 5.
Oh, so not Game of the Year for you.
No, not for me. I didn't play the first one. So I went into this one completely fresh. And I don't feel like that ruined the experience necessarily.
No, because I don't think it connects.
No, I don't know if
that
any of the
much.
clans, you know what I mean? The different
The
sort of, like,
businesses.
factions, I don't know if they're the same. I think Anti's Choice was in the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
I don't know whether the Order and the Protectorate and
No, that they were the ones that are like a giant religion. They're like the priests of the galaxy.
Okay.
They're not really
They were in it.
explored that much in the
No.
original.
No, but they are
They're just
in it.
kind of there. You can't join them.
It's all pretty heavily about all these things. I think you can only really sort of side with either Auntie's Choice and when I say the Order, but it might be the Protector. I always got them confused. One's like all about numbers and maths.
Yeah.
But I do think I played this game wrong. Okay, I still enjoyed it. I definitely played it wrong. I started it on my ROG Ally because what I wanted to do was see what sort of game experiences tailor themselves to that handheld.
Yeah.
I think most people would look at an RPG and think probably not. I wanted to try
Yeah.
it, and this is a game I wanted to try it with. I think I did come to the conclusion that although it ran really well on the Ally, I think it would be better if I was already playing the game at home, for example, and then
So
took
not
it with
start
me.
it out on
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
I started it on there. So the first like couple weeks that I was playing it for like half an hour stints at work, and I was getting nothing done on the game, not at work.
Yeah.
I was finding it was really, really slow to progress. I was stuck on the first world for ages. And I was trying to like speak to everyone, but it got to the point where I was having to skip dialogue because it's a very, very dialogue heavy game.
Yes,
I don't
it
know if
is.
the first one was, which I'm assuming it was, but you can end a conversation pretty early, but you can keep going and going and going, and it feels really natural. It's probably one of the best like conversation games I've played, where it really does feel like a normal conversation you're having with someone. And the further you go, the more chance you've got of maybe standing them down, not fighting them or convincing them.
You see, that's what I loved about the first one. You could do entire areas without fighting.
Yeah. And that's very much how this felt. But because of the way I was playing it, I didn't enjoy that as much.
Yeah.
So what I found I was doing was skipping sort of like side missions that I didn't want to do. I was still trying to do the companion quests, like the big ones.
Yeah.
I basically didn't do any other than maybe one or two side missions. And even the companion quests, there was 2 companions I just didn't find because I wasn't looking for them. Like,
right.
When you go out into a world, it tells you all the companions, and there was 2 I just missed.
Yeah.
Question mark.
Oh wow.
But I wasn't interested by that point in trying to look for them because of I think how I sort of started on the wrong foot. But I still very much enjoyed it. And then when I eventually started playing it on the full screen, I found myself playing it for a few hours at a time, and I was really getting a lot more into it. Starting to learn the combat, learning how to get ammo better, because I kind of missed all that when I was on the Ally. I never had any ammo for anything. I didn't realize that you really have to craft it, and you really have to break down all your scrap to get the equipment to craft it. You have to buy it. So by the end, I had loads of ammo.
Yeah.
But at first, I had nothing. At first, I couldn't kill anyone very easily. By the end, I had a shotgun that basically could insta-kill people silently from 20 meters away.
Fired the brick of death across the world.
And it set them on fire, turned them into ash. It was really sick.
That does sound cool.
So I think, although I enjoyed it at first, by the end I enjoyed it a lot more. I just wish I'd maybe started it in a different sort of capacity. I think it probably would have ended up higher. I think it's a very, very well-made game for that reason. Are you guys familiar with the floor system?
Yes, there's like your perks and your flaws. Like
yes.
Every few levels you take a perk, you get one, don't you?
No. So every time you level up, you can put, I think you get 2 points into your stats.
Yeah.
Strength, whatever else, stealth, lockpicking, blah blah blah. Every 2 levels, you still get the stat points, but you also get a perk you can select. But and that gives you, there's a few things it gives you. Sometimes it'll give you a new ability. Sometimes it'll just be a buff to something like a passive.
Yeah.
The floor system works, or at least the way I think it works, is the more you do something, the more likely you'll get.
I think that's how it happened in the first one. Yeah.
So like if you're stealthing a lot, you'll get the floor pop up bad knees. And
when you sprint, everyone knows where you are.
Well, it's when you I think you can move faster while you're crouched, but when you stand up, your knees crack. So everyone's in the position.
That's brilliant.
So every floor has a positive.
It's my everyday.
Yeah. And quite a few of those popped up. I was picking and choosing. There is one floor that is like, you have to select all floors. You become a floored person, which is quite an interesting one. But I was trying to not just like refuse all the floors. There was some that,
if I remember rightly, in the first one, I ended up like refusing most of them.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, well, is this going to make the game harder?
Yeah, and some of them do say this is not recommended for the first playthrough.
Okay.
I didn't want to take anything that would be too restricted. Now, there was one I took, which at first I kind of regretted. I'd seen other people online suggest you always select the floor that makes it so you can't level up your highest level stat.
Right. Okay.
So what that means is that you always have to put points into lower level stats.
Oh,
So you
but it
become
helps you
really
level out.
balanced by the
So it
end.
helps balance. Now, the way I thought that worked is that you just can't put points into your highest, but it doesn't. It means you have to put it into your lowest.
Oh,
So-
Right. Okay.
And you've got about 10 skills, 10, yeah, you know what I mean, like stats
Yeah.
to fill out. So by the end, I was like putting points into things I didn't want to put points into because they were the only one with 0.
Oh, okay.
It's weird. You could always avoid one. So I avoided putting points into melee because I just
Okay.
wasn't using any melee. But that meant I could put points into things like speech that I never put points into in games. But then,
Right.
especially towards the end of the game, it was popping up saying you require level 6 speech to do this. But I had level 6 speech. So it's like, great, I can do this. There was a few activities where you needed like really high in one area that I just never had because of this flaw. I would have had to do a lot of grinding to do that. So there's some disadvantages to it. Where it definitely meant more content was accessible to me than otherwise would have been.
Okay.
Which was interesting, which
yeah.
actually led to, I think, me saving more people in areas. Like there was people I think I would have had to fight and kill who I didn't have to, and I saved them, and that then made differences to later in the game, and where those people would show up and help me.
I'd have felt like I did it wrong if I was saving people.
But it really did feel, it felt like a true RPG in that sense. Like it felt like a Bethesda game, but without the bugs and glitches.
But good.
Like I hate to say it, but yeah, it did. It felt like Starfield, but good. You know.
Yeah.
The humor was really funny as well.
They look quite on point with the jokes.
Good. Yeah.
Something you said earlier about it being like not a handheld game, it really put me in mind of this millennial trend where if you make a big purchase, you go to the computer or the laptop. You don't make it from your phone.
Yeah.
It's like, well, this is a big game, so I've got to play it on the big console. I can't play it on a handheld. It feels weird.
Yeah, literally. That is kind of how it felt. I'm not saying you couldn't play it on the handheld. I think it just would have worked better if I'd started it at home.
Yeah,
I just picked it up while I was out and about, playing it in handheld mode.
You needed a full screen induction.
Yes, exactly. The only part of the game that sort of let me down a little bit is I sometimes felt it wasn't very clear with where to go. The waypointing system wasn't very good. And your checklist of stuff to do, like in your journal where you're doing a mission, it was always really, really long. And it was hard to see where you were up to because it didn't like cross things out as you did them. So if you put the game down and came back to it, it was sometimes hard to remember what you'd done and what was next to do.
I see.
Are you supposed to check them off yourself manually?
Maybe. I don't know. Probably. And then you get to an objective sometimes. And you know, when you get to a game and you've got a waypoint and you get there and then it creates a big like circle in the area.
Yeah.
And then you have to find it yourself. And then you find it. And sometimes it's like, find a certain item and you're looking and you can't find it. And you wish there was like a ping button to scan your environment because you can't always see what you can and can't pick up. And there was a few times I was walking around a bit aimlessly. And sometimes it probably could have been alleviated if I'd listened a bit more to what I was supposed to do. But there was
if you spent longer than half an hour on it at once, it might have been a bit easier to remember. Like
there was one where there was some switches. There was like 8 switches and you had to press them in the right order. And the woman said that you needed to find this helmet in order to scan them to know which order to put them in.
Yeah.
But the way I thought the conversation went was you have to get through this door to get the helmet. But in order to get through this door, you have to unlock these things.
Okay.
And
Which
I was
needs
very
the helmet.
confused. And I was walking around for ages and ages and ages. Anyway, when I looked online, there was another way you could go, but the door wasn't, it was like in some vents, which I'd been in, but then the door was like in an awkward place that you couldn't quite see. And it was just something, one of those where I'd been beating my head against the wall for half an hour. And then when I found it, I was a bit like, really?
Should have been listening.
Yeah. But
so the problem wasn't with the game at that point.
Yes and no. I can't remember if what the woman said would have actually helped, but then you start doubting yourself because you didn't listen. And now I can't speak to her because it was literally just a door I had to find. She didn't tell me where the door was. I just kept missing it. But,
How long is it?
so things online said it was about 15 to 20 hours if you do the main campaign, and then about 40 hours for completionists, which probably feels about fair.
I think
It's
that's similar
quite
to
short.
Yeah, I think it's similar to the first one, because that was quite short as well.
It definitely didn't feel short. I mainly beeline the campaign. It definitely didn't feel short, because I think you do feel like you have to do some side stuff to get better equipment.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it is quite hard. Some of the bosses are really hard.
How was the combat?
Good. Yeah.
Because I've heard that's like really improved from the first one.
Yeah, I didn't play the first one. A lot of the weapons feel very meaty.
Yeah.
I think some of the boss battles struggle, especially when you're against like a single human enemy. It can struggle because you're just super bullet sponges.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And the companions die all the time.
Yeah.
I did find the bullet sponge problem with the first one.
Yeah.
It was the first world I landed on, but there was this almost unkillable like gorilla creature with spikes on its back, which I don't know if it was designed to be unkillable and you had to like avoid it, or like you just didn't get to level your weapons up, or everything just had a lot of health.
I don't mind so much when it's like an alien creature though, like almost I can
know what you mean.
Justify that, but when it's a human, and they're a bit harder to hit.
The same as you.
Yeah, but they're a bit harder to hit because they're a smaller sort of like skeleton, and they're quite quick, and they're taking cover, and
there's no
taking
VATS.
pop shots at them, but the health isn't really going down, and they do loads of damage to you, and then your companions die. And it's just.
I agree. Yeah, human enemies having crap tons of health is.
Yeah,
Borderlands was a bitch for that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But yeah,
cool. You enjoyed it though.
I enjoyed it. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I've been playing other stuff, but I'll probably save.
Okay, yeah, no worries. It's a good time to play a lot of games.
It is. Yeah,
it is.
I'll save them for another conversation.
Ben, what have you been playing?
Still recovering from coughing fits all the time, but here I am.
Coughing simulator?
Yep, coughing simulator. Nice. And not the kind that you get buried in. So I started playing a game based off a YouTube channel I started following.
Okay. A game based on the YouTube channel? Or?
No, a game I'd seen, on the YouTube channel. Wordzing. I just couldn't decide what order to say them in, so I started with this one. So I started following a YouTube channel called Let's Game It Out, and I think he's quite funny because he sort of does stupid things and breaks games.
Okay.
I don't know why that entertains me so much, but it does. Like, he'll make a whole base of workbenches.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I saw him playing The Last Caretaker.
I've been looking to try this.
Apart from him breaking it, because it's hilarious, I thought it actually looked quite good, so I bought it. It was like 20 quid, I think, somewhere around there.
Okay.
And it's that game that really should be a multiplayer. But you're basically the last caretaker robot who is alive.
The last caretaker if it was co-op.
Yeah, I know. I've thought this through, don't you worry. The semi-last.
Yeah.
And he is basically trying to save humanity. I don't know where the people are, but there's certain things I need to bring back. I'm not too heavy into it. I'm about 15 hours in.
Oh, not too far then.
I really like the...
Just 15 hours.
It's that kind of game, though. It's the building... You live on a boat in it, and you are making the boat more base. If you see what I mean, it's like your lifeline. You live off it.
Yeah.
So you charge because you're a robot. You charge yourself. You can't do certain things if your power's running low. That kind of stuff. You have to find little portable batteries. You have to.
Is it like a survival type game then, like Dredge, like that sort of thing?
It's a base builder at heart. It's a base builder at heart, definitely. And that's why it rings out to me, obviously.
Yeah.
But the ridiculousness of it is you get to a platform and you go in it to try and work out what's happened and fight the little robot things that have killed everything, or the blobs of goo, or evil vampire worms, who knows. You get there and you've got to work out how to get power to it. I tend to just plug it into me or the boat, but you need to try and revive all of the little outpost things. Basically, is what I seem to be doing.
Cool.
Okay.
Is the combat in it? Then you say?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
combat in it. I've got 3 guns. Main one's like a shotgun pistol
Nice.
style thing. I love it.
Nice.
Has it got slight horror vibes? Because all the marketing of it makes it look like almost a Resident Evil.
It's dark in places, and it's kind of the combat's not great. It's okay. You have a crowbar that you can just demolish everything with, so it kind of makes the rest of the weapons redundant.
Gordon
really.
Freeman style.
Yeah.
But you're sort of weighing off the power usage. If you're using a crowbar, you're using your own power up, so you need to be close to your boat to recharge yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I don't think it's scary. It's not. I wouldn't see it as that. But it's cool. I'm enjoying it, definitely.
What's that on? Is that on Steam?
Yeah, Steam.
Yeah,
PC.
Cool.
I've been playing it on the Steam Deck. It says it won't run, but it does.
It says specifically that it won't run on Steam Deck.
Yeah, they say.
Wow.
Well, I think that's down to they just haven't
verified.
Verified it.
Yeah.
But there's differences. There's also partial run. So it's like small text, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
The controllers don't quite hand over.
I see.
But this one just says it won't, and I haven't found a problem with it yet. I mean, again, we're as hot as the sun. But it's running it.
I mean, 15 hours in, and you're still running it. So
yeah, it's not set on fire or anything. So happy days.
You more than likely have seen all the content that could blow your Steam Deck up at this point.
Well, I don't know, because I am a collector, and you have a machine that grinds everything up into its ingot form, and I grind everything, including the old robots, their beds, their mattresses, their everything.
Robots?
I grind everything.
I was just thinking,
and I have
the bed.
I have piles of ingots, and it's starting to slow down a little bit. So I've had to start making ammo and stuff like that out of it.
Start using it.
Yeah.
He's living in the Federal Reserve.
Appear to be down to 10 frames. So it's early access still, so it's got a long way to go, I think. But I'm enjoying it, definitely. Good. It's fun. The other thing, which I won't talk about too much, I started Satisfactory.
Mm-hmm. For a similar game, I imagine.
Well, factory builder,
more like
slightly
Factorio,
different.
But 3D in it.
Yeah, it's Factorio, but 3D is what everyone says about it. And
conveyor belt simulators.
Again, about 10 or 15 hours in, and it's not Factorio. That's all I'm going to say.
Is there maybe an element of you've played so many of them, especially recently?
Yeah.
You're starting again, and you ultimately, yes, they are different games, but you are doing the same sort of things.
No, it doesn't have the loop. It doesn't have the loop that makes you want to keep going, in my opinion. Okay. Right now, I'm too manual for a factory builder. Yeah. I've been on it 15 hours, and I'm still having to manually feed fuel to the burner, kind of thing. And I'm like, well,
I see.
I shouldn't be doing this by now. So that's what made me break off it a little bit. I'll go back to it because obviously I have started it. But yeah, it's cool because it's 3D, and that's great. But it is very time consuming having to run around in 3D. That's the other side that kind of annoys me.
You've been spoiled by Factorio.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
Bird's eye view.
But you don't even have to take your character in Factorio.
Yeah.
You can just jump camera-esque as long as you've got a radar there. So it's way different. You can just be God for a little while and make your robots do everything.
But I imagine for some people, the different camera angle and controls and stuff of Satisfactory are probably more satisfying. But
they're more satisfactory.
Well, I thought so. I thought the same because I like first person stuff.
Yeah, but for your factory builders, maybe not.
It's not quite there. I mean, it might just grab me. I might get to the point where I'm not manual anymore, and it will just grab.
Yeah,
but we'll see.
Cool.
The other thing was we had our annual gathering for me and my friends. We get together and we play a game. We started
Silent. You do once a month.
No. The annual one is way bigger. We started we started at like I think 11:30 this year.
Yeah.
I came home at 2. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh wow. Yeah.
But there is food in between and everything, so
Yeah.
it's not intensely playing the game. And we watched a comedy set as well.
Cool.
We started playing Silent Hill F.
Cool.
Nice.
We probably could have been way more efficient than we were, but I think 70% through, I would say, something like that.
Me and Lucy have also started Silent Hill F as well. And we're probably about the same sort of length through it, I think.
Yeah, cool. We'll not talk too much about it till we've both finished it, because I might ruin something and you might ruin something for me.
I won't talk about what's happened, but it's definitely Silent Hill.
Yeah, enjoying it.
The things we've just seen were very intense.
What a lot of the questions have been what, and that is very Silent Hill.
Yes, yeah, it's very weird. There's a lot of. I've still got a lot of questions. Contrary to Outer Worlds 2, I'm doing a lot of reading in this. I'm like reading all the notes, and every time Hinako makes a journal entry, I'm reading it. You know, I'm trying to learn.
Yeah, we've been doing a similar thing. Yeah. Like I said, we probably could have progressed the game way quicker than we were doing. However, I am actually quite wrapped up in the story in some ways. I'm enjoying it.
And the characters, and
we have a theory, and we've had a theory from early on. I won't say it because we think we're right in the story.
Okay, well, yeah.
So
how do you play Silent Hill F as a group? Is like every time you die, you swap controllers, or
no, not necessarily die. I mean,
or you complete a section. And
the majority of us are drinking, so it could be toilet breaks handover.
How do you find the gameplay? Because that's the one thing where going into it, I'd heard it wasn't great, and I've not been loving the combat. It's fine.
Yeah, all melee's a bit annoying.
I actually didn't realise till the last time I played that you had a special focus attack.
Yeah. We've used that a lot
because it kept saying hold focus and press R1, obviously on PlayStation, to do an attack, and it wasn't doing anything. It was like just doing a normal attack. I didn't realise you had to hold it until the ring went all the way around. Then you'd press R1 and you do a special attack.
Yeah, it took us a few attempts to get it right, but we did it right as we'd saved, and then went right. I'm going to go and take stuff on. The big thing. I don't know, the big flower thing.
Yeah.
I said, right, well, I've obviously stuffed up and can do this way better. So the idea is we just redo it from the save point and know where the bits are this time. We do cheat a little bit. So I said I could do this better, but what I'll do is I'll just need to work on my combat a bit because I'm not very good at fighting.
Yeah.
I went and killed everything.
Nice.
I went and killed the big thing. I killed everything. Nothing was killing me.
But then you damage your weapons.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I did just get a sledgehammer. Tremendous.
Nice, yeah, I've had a sledgehammer. I've had an axe as well.
Yeah, got the axe as well.
Yeah.
I think our main weapons are the pole, the axe, and the sledgehammer.
Yeah.
Because for some reason the pipe is still great.
Yeah, of course. Some of them break way too quick, like the baseball bat breaks way too quick.
Yeah, I thought it was quite good. Everybody hated it. I didn't. I thought it was okay. But like you say, it breaks too quick.
Yeah.
Sounds like you're both enjoying it, though.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think I'm still preferring the second remake, but that's just me.
Well, like I said, obviously it makes sense because she's a schoolgirl, no guns. But
yeah, of course, and the time period.
And the time period too. But I do think it's missing it. I do think it's missing a gun in general.
They've tried something. They've tried something different. And great. I do think it would be better. Yeah, maybe going back to the other type. But also Silent Hill can be anything. So the next one could be completely different. Again, you could be, I don't want to say a military guy with loads of gun experience because that wouldn't be fun. But you could definitely do different characters who play very differently each time.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was about us anyway. Definitely enjoying it. I will come back to you when we finish it and say where we are.
Sounds good. Well, we'll move on to Joe then. What have you been playing?
There's a lot on this plate. There's a lot. So over this festive period, I've been playing a lot of games. This is a very wide, shallow lake. I've just been putting my hands in loads of different pies, not just fingers, whole hands, and I've just been having a great time with all of them for the amount of time that I've played them.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to go through a list, and if you want to hear about one specifically, just let me know, and I'll go back to it.
Nice one.
So the first one I want to call out is Shovel Knight. I get why everyone loves this game.
Yeah.
It's
nice one.
It's so twee, cool little platformer. I like the combat mechanics.
Why don't you say what you've been playing these on?
All right, so yeah, this is one of those. I hacked a PS Vita.
Oh, so you bought a PS Vita specifically?
Well, I thought I had a PS Vita because I had the box and I had the charger. Couldn't find the console anywhere.
Oh,
So
no.
I went on eBay and bought one for about the same price that I bought one for in like 2014.
That's not bad.
So I've not lost any money really.
Yeah.
Because I hadn't played it for like 6 or 7 years.
No, fair enough. How much was it?
I got it for £85.
That's
Okay.
not bad for full console, yeah.
Yeah. And it came with another charger and it was in like a clamshell metal case. So I got like a
Has
case
the battery held up?
Yeah.
Cool.
The sleep function on it's really good. I put it to sleep about 5 days ago, came back, still had 70% battery.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah. And that's it can play PS Vita games, PSP games, PS1 games. I've yet to put the Retro Arch on it so I can play all my retro games, but I think I might just save them for my little handheld that I've got. But the games I've been playing on the hacked Vita, I've got Shovel Knight, Wipeout Pulse, God of War 1, Ridge Racer, and I think that's it for stuff I've been playing for longer than an hour. But the other games I've been playing, I got Kirby and the Forgotten Land for Christmas.
Nice.
I got Bayonetta 3.
Oh,
I've been playing some Mario Kart 8 with Courtney because she got that for Christmas.
nice.
Some Let's Go Eevee because she got that for Christmas as well. And on the Xbox, I've been playing Grid Legends and Need for Speed Unbound, which was going to be one of our backlog games at one point, but I've just got really into it.
Mind.
Yeah.
Where do you want to begin, Joe? You got loads.
So I'd say
I want to ask, God of War 1, is that the first game or is it a PS Vita specific?
Right, so in PS Vita, there's a remaster of God of War 1 and 2.
Okay, yeah.
So
okay.
I've been playing that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really good. I get some of the complaints that people have had about God of War, specifically when you kick a block somewhere, and it's a block that can be destroyed. In the first level where you're on the ship after you've fought the Kraken or just before you fight the Kraken, you got to push a block across the boat when there's archers firing at you, and you got to charge up the kick to get the block to go anywhere. But while you're charging it up, you're getting shot by arrows, and a lot of them just go astray and hit the block, and you get just to where you need it to go, and a rogue arrow destroys it, and you go all the way back to the start of the ship and start kicking it again. But once we got past that, it was fine. The boss fight was really good.
None of those annoyances in God of War 2018, just saying.
I don't know. You've got those puzzles where you got to wind something back all the time. So yeah, God of War 1, really good. I'm quite deep into it now. I think I'm on like the third level. I know it's not that long of a game, but it's not as forgiving. You can tell it's an older game.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Which is a bit refreshing, really, because there's a lot of hand-holdy games these days.
Yeah, definitely.
You might notice there's a bit of a racing bent to the games I've been playing.
Yeah.
But that's because of Mario Kart. So it really got me into the competitive spirit of racing again.
Okay.
And I know Mario Kart doesn't scratch the itch of wanting to do things in a more serious way because there's a lot of cheese in Mario Kart.
Yeah,
you could be on the last corner, first place, and you get hit by 3 red shells, and then you're all of a sudden ninth place.
Yeah,
it's a gateway drug.
It is. So that's what got me onto Need for Speed Unbound.
So how's that? Because
as it was supposed to be a backlog. How's it going?
Yeah, is it the last Need for Speed to come out?
It is, yeah.
And it's a bit more cartoony as well.
When we were going to play it as the backlog and I was playing it then, something about it felt like the AI was like really rubber bandy. And like no matter how well you were doing, you're kind of like Mario Kart, mess up on one corner and then you'd be overtaken by 3 people.
Yeah.
But I loaded it again for the first time. I was like, oh, this seems to have changed, but there was no like update or anything that I had to download first. I don't know if it's just because I took some time away from racing games and then went back to them. And it just felt like a whole different game. The AI wasn't being crazy, like abusive on the tracks. The cops are easier to get away from. I don't know, maybe the difficulty did change and it's not just me. But it's made it a lot more accessible and more fun to play because there's a day and night cycle in it where you race in the day and you build up heat with the police and then it all comes down on you at night time during the races. That didn't seem to be as much of a problem this time.
Yeah.
It wasn't being like taken off the track by SUVs or like people weren't getting wiped out.
So
And
is it like a free roam?
Yeah, it's a free roam map.
So it's free roam map in the day and then you're racing at night, or
It's both.
okay.
So you drive to they're called meetups. They're like
Yeah.
in underground like parking garages and stuff. But going between those, not between night and day, sorry, you spend time in your garage, like upgrading your car or buying new cars, or even upgrading the garage so you can buy better parts.
Is it a choice to go to night and day, or is it time related?
No, it's a choice. So you can do as many races as you want during the day, as long as you have the cars that fit the races.
Yeah.
And then you swap over to nighttime when you go to the garage to upgrade. So you can't, once you're out of the garage, you can't upgrade your cars or anything between races. You're set with that vehicle.
Yeah, and it moves you on to the next time period. Yeah.
What about all the flashy like graffiti art stuff?
You see, it was really bothering me the first time, but now I really like it.
Yeah.
Because before I was playing this, I was playing that Grid Legends game, which is all very like Forza seriousness.
Yeah.
But I like it now. I've come to terms with it's aged. So at the time, it was kind of cringy. But now I'm like, oh, I see what they were going for. It's a time period thing. You know, when games all had Skrillex in them, it's kind of like that.
Yeah.
I think it actually came out way later than that.
Yeah,
no, it did come out way later than that. But when you can tell games from a certain time period with the sort of EDM music that's in them,
was trying to
like
invoke
the rock.
that
yeah,
wasn't it?
But more on like a rap, like hip hop kind of way.
Is it still like realistic-ish graphics, or is it?
So the cars are, and the world is, but the people aren't.
They're more like animated.
They look like Fire Emblem characters.
Right, very similar to Screamers coming out.
Yeah.
How weird. Cool.
Yeah, now you think about it, it is a bit like that. Yeah. And there is a story behind it all. It kind of is very just, this is a Fast and Furious film.
Yeah.
But a cartoon.
It's kind of what they became, isn't it, eventually?
Yeah, definitely.
What about Bayonetta 3? Have you played much of that? Because Bayonetta is one of your top franchises, isn't it?
It is, for like the proper good beat 'em up games. I will say, I feel like it's taken a downturn. Only because they've limited it to the Switch. Because I played the first one on Xbox because it was on Game Pass. And I thought, this looks really good, even though it's from an Xbox 360. This has the same graphical fidelity as that, and I feel like we should be beyond that now. And you can tell where a lot of the textures are on a flat 3D polygon.
I think I remember seeing people complaining about that.
And I feel like the voice actress might have changed because she sounds different.
It did. There was a whole thing about that.
I can't remember what the drama was, but I just don't think they asked her back.
No, it was something about, I think she'd said something about they weren't paying her properly, but then it actually came out that she asked for way more.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
But
then again, it was the third game.
Yeah. But then they got what's she called? She does a female shepherd.
Yes, I can't remember her name, but big voice actor.
Oh, is that her?
Yeah,
they got her
Jennifer
to do.
Hale?
They got her to do her in Bayonetta 3.
Oh,
but it wasn't her in the other two.
Yeah,
because I was thinking, I don't know if it's because it's on Switch. I'm hearing it through small speakers, or it just sounded odd.
That was it, because everyone was like, so you got rid of the original actress because she wanted to pay more, and then you got one of the most famous.
You paid more for her.
Or I imagine paid less for her, which probably lends credit to maybe asking too much. It's
been a long time since it happened, so I probably don't know all the details, but it was something about that.
But are you still enjoying it? Even
the combat's still really good. It just looks a bit off. There's some really new cool combat mechanics you can do where, in the other games where you have a finishing move, you summon like a dragon or a giant witch or something, or like torture devices to finish off an enemy.
I played the first one a bit, but that's it.
Now you can do that almost on command. You have a bar that refills and you can summon like a dragon out of the floor and do a few like attacks with it, but you can still control Bayonetta at the same time and like dodge attacks and stuff like that. It's really fun. And you can eat enemies with the dragon and it refills some of your magic bar or your health bar. Or you can be, I think it's called, I've only unlocked 2 of them at the minute, but it's called Madama Butterfly, which is like the giant demon woman. And she can do like kicks that go across the level sort of thing and just give you a bunch of space to move around.
Cool.
But yeah, I've been enjoying that.
Good.
Nice one. Before we move on from you, Joe, how easy is it to actually hack your PS Vita?
I watched a 20-minute YouTube video and it took exactly the same time as the YouTube video.
Nice.
Wow.
I was doing it
Nice.
step by step as that, and then pausing it just so I could type stuff in on the browser.
Yeah.
You type in a website, and it takes you to like a JavaScript page that then emulates the PS Vita home screen, saying it just says "Unlock my Vita." You click that.
Yeah.
Then you say, "You sure you want to do this?" And you go, "Yep." And then you go for a bunch of what looks like terminal command screens, where it's just a black screen with white text.
Yeah.
And you can select like arrows to do stuff, or like a BIOS menu type thing. And then you just leave it to download this program for about 10 minutes. You gotta make sure it's on charge while you do it, obviously, because if you run out of power, it bricks your Vita midway.
Okay, yeah.
But once that was done, I had to just download 2 programs. One was a place you can download all the games, and the other one was something about like a homebrew installer, and that's it.
Yeah.
And you can now all the Vita, PSP, and PS1 games are available, all region unlocked.
Awesome.
That sounds great, to be fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, for the entry cost of
games.
£80, that's lower than any of the Ambernic devices, and they don't even go up to PS Vita.
Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah. I mean, that's unlocked a lot of games for you as well.
Oh, yeah. A lot of Sony games.
Games that just aren't available these days.
No.
Yes.
Available.
Definitely. No, cool. Was that all you wanted to talk about then, Joe? Should we? Am I right to jump on in?
You can jump on in.
I will jump on in. I've only got one I want to talk about, but like everyone else, I've played a lot. And I kind of already alluded to it last episode when Brad brought up Final Fantasy 16 in his top 10 games of the year. I have finally finished it. I finally played it, finally finished it. And it's pretty damn cool.
It's
not gonna lie. It is good. It is really good. It's definitely got its qualms, and I think it almost gets in the way of itself
It does.
a bit too much.
Yeah.
Much like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, I imagine.
I think as well, as you give it space, time away from it now, you'll look back more fondly on it because you'll forget about those little things. But when you're playing it, I definitely remember it being like, oh, I don't want to have to do these terrible side quests.
The side quests are horrendously bad.
Sometimes
are there any vacuums in this game?
Yeah.
There's no material
Are
vacuum.
you hoovering?
No,
That's what we want to know.
The first side quest I did was literally delivering soup.
Yeah, around the hideout.
Around the hideout.
Wow.
And I was like...
Most of the side quests are go here, click button, return.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or go here, kill some enemies.
The first delivering soup was literally just to the tables in the inn. And then he gives you like 200 gold. I was like, I want this job.
Yeah.
What the hell's going on?
But the loading is so quick. It's super quick to just go to where you need to go. And then when you finish the objective, it says, do you want to return back and hand it in?
Yes,
click it,
that's true.
Straight away, walk back. It's just a bit tedious.
But yeah, after a few of those, I needed to see what they were like just so I knew. But after a couple, I was like, this is not for me. I'm skipping all of these.
Yeah.
But then
quest.
But then most of the main quests are amazing. Yeah. But then sometimes the main quests devolve into that too.
It just kind of halts your progression. You'll do some mega massive battle, and then you'll get back to the hideout and be like, okay, while we prepare for this next thing,
go speak to them. Go speak to them. Go speak to them.
Get some wood. Yeah.
Yeah. But generally, when it's good, it's amazing. But when it's, I'm not going to say bad, but when it like gets you to slow down, it really gets a bit tedious.
If you just cut all that fluff.
Yeah.
But what do you think about the good stuff?
The combat is surprisingly good, if not a little repetitive.
It is a little repetitive, but it's flashy.
But oh god. So the spectacle of it all is immense. Like
it's second to none in my opinion.
I cannot get over how good the perfect dodge is.
Yeah.
It's like you literally like press it and you almost like teleport to the side and it like zooms right in. And then you go in for your attack. It's just amazing.
Like flame effects and stuff as well.
Yeah.
It feels awesome. But then like the boss battles.
The boss battles, especially when you become, I mean, the icon fights themselves, like actually playing as the icon isn't mega.
Yeah. But the spectacle of it doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when I was fighting Titans, I was just like, what the hell is going on? This is mental.
And the Bahamut is pretty immense.
Yeah, you're just flying around in space. So many beams going on.
I know. Odin's was first time you fight Odin. I thought was awesome.
Oh yeah, with a water split.
Yeah.
That is cool. So yeah, the boss spectacle, and I mean, it's like almost a game of two halves with the combat, because you're either fighting small mobs sort of enemies, which there was a few of the icon abilities that you can just like decimate the small enemies with, but then somebody like what would you call it? I'm not even going to call it a boss because they're not always bosses.
No, but like the night guys.
Yeah.
What they were called. They had a name.
Yeah. I'm going to call them bosses because they all have a stagger bar. So when something has a stagger bar, it's essentially a boss. So sometimes one of these will show up as well. And they are a bit spongy.
You just keep going and going and going.
Keep going at them. Because they've got a stagger bar, you're trying to get that stagger bar down to then you basically get the stagger bar, or you get them staggered, and then you just unleash everything on them.
Does the stagger state let you do a lot more damage to them?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But it is really cool.
Certain abilities that are like primed for staggering. So like the way I built, I had like half my abilities for stagger and half my abilities for damage. So I'd throw all my stagger abilities into staggering someone quickly. Then use all
my main one for stagger was, if you got them halfway down for stagger, they would do like a quick stagger. And then if you had Garuda equipped, you could like grab them.
Garuda. Oh, sorry.
you could like grab them and make them stay in that state for a bit longer. And as they were doing that, I'd unleash the Talon ability and just like
I did the same.
Go to town on.
You've got 7 by the end of the game. Anyway, you got 7 icon. Ropes, don't you?
Yeah, and you can equip 3 at a time.
Yeah, 3 icons equipped.
Yeah.
When you equip an icon, you get their circle ability, which for some of them is a dodge, some of them is.
Yeah, I think the initial one's like a teleport towards.
Yeah.
Which I kept all the way through because it was too good.
Yeah. And then they've all got slightly different ones, and then you've got your different.
So we are turn based, aren't we? Sorry.
No,
it's all
action. Fully action.
So when they staggered, do you ever get any of the annoying knockbacks? Like you've staggered, but you're out of reach then?
Not usually,
necessarily.
You just press circle with that.
Usually you're right up to him anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, most of the ability.
And then, you can, if you have the teleport ability on, you just teleport straight to him.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's ace. But then you've got, so you can pick 3 icons at the same time, and then you've got 2 abilities you can pick for each one. You can cross-contaminate, which is a bit more complicated. But each icon has like 5 abilities or something to choose from, and you can pick 2 from each.
I think it's 4.
Is it 4?
Yeah.
You can pick 2 from each.
One's like a mega one.
Yeah.
And then you always have 2 at the start, and then you can buy one that's usually like a counter.
Yeah.
Or something completely different. And then
the mega
one.
Yeah, and the mega ones are like insane.
So I had the Flames of Rebirth one, which was mental. You just basically like big fire
everywhere. Yeah, I had the tornado, which was a massive tornado.
I did the lightning one where you throw 2 lightning spears into the sky, and that was mint.
It's cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
What did you think about the story?
So I actually really liked it because it's very Game of Thrones. It's like Final Fantasy meets Game of Thrones, and like we were saying, it's not turn-based. This is like, it's not very Final Fantasy to me.
No.
But I haven't played many Final Fantasies, so it's all action. It's an action game.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's very Game of Thrones.
Lots of people stabbing each other in the back.
And I really like the characters. I do think by the end, it's a bit meh.
Okay.
Like, the whole Ultima thing is, I don't know. You basically just fight a god at the end. I mean, that's very Final Fantasy, to be fair.
It's just God, guys. You know,
you're just fighting God.
Yeah.
But it is cool. I mean, to me, the biggest thing of it is the spectacle. The story is cool. You can get a bit cheesy sometimes, but the Game of Thrones aspects of it are really cool. It just kind of like devolves into kill God at the end.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Sounds like a Kirby game.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
But I did really enjoy it. I enjoyed it because we had this whole, I remember I was playing Rebirth and you were playing 16.
Yeah.
And we were like, no, this one's better. No, this one's better.
I think it is.
But I think they just they are different. This one's combat is very good. I'd still think I'd prefer the half turn-based action of the 7 remakes, but this is a whole different thing. If you're looking for an action game, this is one of the best.
Yeah.
Like, for combat. I also got to bring up the perfect parries for Titans. Circle ability. That is amazing.
Yeah.
When you're really into a game, when you start doing the moves as the like, so I'll block as Titan, and he does like a big punch, and I'll like with my hands while it's doing the animation, I'm actually like punching like the air. Like,
no, that's just you.
It's like a kid watching Saturday morning cartoons.
Yeah, I used to do it all the time when I was like playing God of War, and I'd like beat a boss.
Yes.
Start doing the cutscene. I was like, yeah.
But when he goes into rage, you just go and then start spamming the controller.
This is the fighting game version of tilt the controller to turn better.
Yeah. You're just gonna scream.
Yeah.
But yeah, really good. But I think we should move on. That's a lot of games we've been playing.
I know, it was always going to happen. It was inevitable.
Yes, it always does first thing back, doesn't it? So let's move on to But-Badoo, it's the news. Unfortunately, the news is going to start off very sad.
It is very sad. We missed quite a few weeks because even the last week, the last episode we did no news other than Game Awards.
Yes.
So I've missed some, but then there's been more news.
Yeah. So we'll start off with it is just sad. So apologies. But Vince Zampella had sadly passed away. So Vince was the man who basically made the Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
In fact, I actually did some research into it. He actually created Respawn, who did not Respawn. He did do Respawn. Infinity Ward, who created Call of Duty. So he worked on Medal of Honor.
Yeah.
And then he left that studio and formed Infinity Ward and created Call of Duty.
Oh, from it in its inception.
In general.
Wow.
Yeah. And obviously worked on all those Call of Duties and brought Call of Duty up to literally what it is today, because he worked on Modern Warfare, which obviously kicked it off into oblivion. I can't remember at what point he left, but he left to start Respawn, in which obviously he made Titanfall, Titanfall 2, Jedi Fallen Order, and the sequel, created that whole studio.
Yep.
And then he was moved to Battlefield Studios, and EA assigned him as head of Battlefield Studios, where he's just brought out Battlefield 6, which has reinvigorated the franchise. So he is
literally just come out.
He is a legend. We talk about legends in gaming, Hideo Kojima and Neil Druckmann, Corey Barlog, Casey Hudson, all these people, all these names of people who are like icons in gaming, and they are all very good. But for the most part, they've stayed with one studio, they've done one type of game, and that is their legacy. Very good legacy. What Vince Zampella's done to create new franchises and reinvigorate old ones, across all different publishers.
He's basically the king.
He's
of
the FPS king.
FPS.
I think he will always be. I don't think you'll ever get someone who's quite as accomplished.
No,
as that. They're like the 3 first person shooter.
Yeah,
maybe not V3 because you got Counter Strike and stuff, but and even then he worked on Medal of Honor, so 4.
yeah.
He is, and I think always will be, the king. Unfortunately, passed away in a single car accident, killing himself and the passenger.
Just
very sad.
Very sad.
Very sad. Very sad. Indeed. I couldn't believe it when I read it. I thought, surely that's
definitely
not happened. I think he was 55, so not old. Very, very sad.
Great loss to the gaming community.
Definitely.
100%. I don't know how we move on from that.
No.
I could do some good news.
Go on.
There's so it's not good for Ubisoft, but it's good for a lot of gamers.
Okay.
There has been a massive hack at Ubisoft orchestrated by 5 hacker groups.
Oh.
So they broke Rainbow Six Siege. So this was group 1 that did this. They hacked the databases of Rainbow Six Siege and gave away an estimated value of $339 billion of in-game currency and skins and like collectibles and like tags and all that stuff.
Can Ubisoft not claim it back?
Oh, they can reset accounts on servers and stuff, but it's not money that they've lost because it's all in game anyway. You just pay to get it.
Well, but
it's not like they're handing a physical item over.
No, the people who've paid for that will probably be of ground.
Yeah, they'll be incensed.
Yeah.
So in the background, while that was happening, another hacker group got access to Ubisoft source code, claims it was from something called Mongo Bleed. It's been proven to be somewhat of a rumor and lie, but then another hacker group came out and said, no, this is all true. And that goes down to they were releasing photos and stuff saying that, look, this is us in your source code right now.
So what did they get?
They've got a bunch of stuff which is like early prototypes of games, stuff that's unreleased, stuff that has been taken down, potentially even the crew, like server information. Yeah. So like they could host, or they could have the ability to host the crew when that finally got shut down. It's quite. I want to say it's a win for gamers because this is all very gatekeepery by companies.
I don't necessarily agree that it's a win for gamers. I get it with all the free stuff that people get, but it's going to get removed. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's great for 5 minutes while they get it, but it will be removed. I'm likening this back to the Insomniac leak, which was awful, and getting loads of unreleased stuff and just leaking it so that everyone can see it, and it's stuff that the company's not ready to share.
None of this has been leaked. None of it. They're holding it for ransom.
But that's not good.
No, that's not true. I don't think they've claimed their price.
It's one of these things where it's very easy to be like, Ubisoft bad, haha, look at Ubisoft just been hacked. But it is actually people's livelihoods on the line here, because they'll hold them to ransom. And let's say Ubisoft pays, they've got to find that money somewhere, and it's most certainly going to be from redundancies. If they don't pay, then all this information is going to get leaked, and then work that people have put hours and hours and hours of their life into, it's just going to be leaked online before it's ready, and it's going to get ripped apart online, and that's not going to be great for them either. It's going to be pretty demoralizing.
No, but in the long run, I was thinking it might help change their business practices.
Maybe, and that's hopefully, yeah.
I think that's the only good you can probably get out of it, is that like some information gets out where we'll start to learn the ins and outs of how Ubisoft works.
Yeah.
Because it seems a bit greedy on the outside to us. I want to see how greedy it is on the inside.
Yeah, I think things like having the source code for the crew that got shut down, great.
It's great.
Because, people can hopefully use that.
I tend to agree with Brad there, though. That like it's
all the unreleased stuff. Hopefully companies can start being a bit more transparent with what they're working on, because that's the best. That's the best thing for gamers. And then if anything leaked, it doesn't matter because they've been transparent anyway. But they're always going to be working on things that don't get released.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe we'll get the answer to the question. How does Ubisoft think Assassin's Creed this many times is okay?
I know.
Yeah.
I think you'll basically find out that it sells very well.
Yes. or how far along in development is Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Yeah, it's stuff like that.
But yeah, I think sometimes you can look at hacks and think they're good, depending on who they're against. But I think ultimately it can be pretty crap. Well,
if they start releasing, if they start doxing their staff, then
and holding it to ransom, they're not doing it for. There are.
I will say the hacker groups have been confirmed to be a bunch of, let's say, Ubisoft gaming nerds. So it might even be someone within the company.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Who's done this?
You've got different groups. I mean, you've got groups that will do things to try and better. People. Yeah, kind of like your Robin Hoods of hackers.
Yeah.
Trying to do good, but then
I want to think this is more of that rather than someone who's trying to dox employees.
But otherwise, it is usually bad.
Yeah.
Usually they are bad people. But yeah, okay. any good news?
No, because I've labelled this block Oof AI.
Oh god! Yeah.
Oh god!
So I think we'll probably start off with the whole RAM pricing.
Happy New Year!
Which has been going on, which we kind of alluded to at the start.
Yes.
Now, it's very complicated, but essentially it's a lot of these companies are selling. There's going to be a shortage of RAM because a lot of the companies are selling the RAM to AI
Mm.
servers.
So AI, people like OpenAI and other big AI corporations need RAM to run their AI servers.
Yeah.
And I
And
think
it's not a small
OpenAI-
amount.
It's not
No.
a small amount. I think it's OpenAI who have tried to buy it all, haven't they? Basically,
Yes.
tried to buy it all stock. And there's I can't remember the name, but there's a company that basically makes RAM. They're like
Crucial.
the biggest. Maybe
AMD?
no, it's not
No.
AMD. There's a company that makes a lot of RAM, and most of like the consumer RAM, but also sort of industry-based RAM. And they've basically closed their consumer wing of the company now. They're not selling RAM to consumers anymore
Yeah,
because
just
they're
the-
selling it all to the AI.
Oh, I think that might be the Samsung side of RAM that have done that.
Maybe, yeah. But it's one of these where, yeah, I get it from a business point of view. They've got a customer basically saying, I want it all. You know, why would they not sell it all?
This isn't just a gaming
But-
issue either. It's happening in the mobile phone market, laptop
happening across
market,
everything.
computer
Yeah.
market.
So
yeah.
basically,
The
RAM,
knock-on effect is up in price of all device.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so RAM is just going up and up and up in price, like, and it's also harder to get. So people are saying like the next iPhone, for example, usually they have more RAM than the last. They're probably going to.
This will be halving it.
yeah,
Yeah.
or it'll be more expensive. And people can't eat more expensive at the moment, especially
Could
with what's
be.
going on with America,
Yeah.
and all that.
Could be terrible information for the Steam machine.
It probably
could.
will be.
Yeah.
It probably will be.
More price hikes over consoles.
Unless, I don't want to say they've made them all early
Now, yeah.
before all this happened.
I don't know when this started, but I think it's been going on for a little bit. It's just sort of becoming more public knowledge now.
Yeah.
It's not a good thing, and it is all to bolster this AI. I'm hoping the same thing happens with what happens with crypto, where that was huge and everyone bought up all the graphics cards. And graphics cards you couldn't buy anymore, and then eventually that just kind of didn't go anywhere, and graphics cards became more,
Yeah.
affordable again. The same thing is just going to happen with RAM, which is a typically cheap component in the PC. That's now not going to be cheap anymore.
It's now ludicrously priced, not just not cheap.
If you're on the cusp of buying a console, I would highly advise buying it
now.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you might not be able.
It's only going to
Yeah.
go up.
Yeah.
And there's been talks of so you alluded to hearing about the next gen consoles this year.
Yeah.
There has been talks that that's going to get pushed back. Now, a lot of people kind of wanted that anyway.
Yeah.
Before this even happened.
Silver linings.
So there are silver linings to it.
You got to find them.
If you were to follow the usual trends, it would have been next year. Next gen would have come out. People are saying maybe now with this,
Year after.
it might be the
Jake,
year
the
after.
PS5 Pro's only just come out.
I
The
know.
2029.
But I think what is interesting about this is how it, obviously it affects gaming, but it affects everything.
Yes.
I just said the iPhone, but every single thing, every computer device you have that does any computing has RAM in it.
Yeah.
Everything's going up in
Yeah.
price or getting worse in performance.
Yeah.
I can't imagine they're gonna, I don't know, bring out the next iPhone and it'd be worse than the last one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So it's probably
crazy redundant loop if you think about it, because your computer's getting slower to use the AI that's supposed to be super fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
On the back of RAM going up, NVIDIA have brought out this new subscription service that you can pay for.
I've
So
heard
you
about
don't,
that. Yeah.
you're not hosting the games on your computer because your computer is not going to be able to run them.
Oh, you're talking about GeForce Now?
Yeah,
That's
where
been
they're
going
going
on
to
for
be no,
years.
but they're going to be capping you at 100 hours per month.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Which is crazy.
So not only are you not going to be able to play the games on your own computer, you're not going to be able to play them as much as you wanted to, even when you can play them.
Yeah.
I mean,
100 hours
100
a month
hour-
is a dream for me. Jeez.
100 hours
I know,
is a
but
lot.
there's people that make livelihoods
Oh,
off
yeah, of
like their
course,
games
yeah.
and stuff. So
Yeah.
if
But-
all of a sudden their computers can't run any of the games that are coming out, and
Chances
they
are,
have to do GeForce Now for something.
chances are, if you're making livelihood, say Twitch streaming or YouTube videos or something, you're not going to be
Yeah.
using GeForce Now. But
True.
because
I think
you're
it-
not going to be able to stream in and also you streaming at the same time.
No, but I think this
But-
is them trying to future-proof themselves.
Yes.
Saying, look,
because they don't have
because
the
people
capacity.
can't buy our graphics cards because they can't afford them because everything costs so much. We'll offer this and people will buy this. And
Yeah.
then it's like, well, first they cap it at 100 hours, but then where does it stop?
Well,
You can cap it at 50 hours unless you pay an extra $12 a
Unfortunately, I
month
think-
to get up to 100 hours again.
It's like
you know?
now I get adverts on Amazon Prime,
Yeah.
Yeah.
3
Yeah.
minutes a time.
Yeah.
We were out to
I
the
pay
parents
for
over
that.
Christmas and they had ads on Netflix. I was like, what is this
I
garbage?
know.
I know what you mean, because 100 hours, anyone who's getting GeForce now probably isn't playing 100 hours worth
No.
of games. But
it sets the precedent.
It does.
And to be fair, at this rate, gaming could go that way, could go cloud streaming. I think that's what Xbox are hoping for.
Mhm.
But in that world, you're never owning your games, and and then now
I think it's
you're
The
capped on your
latency
time.
alone is just too annoying.
You're
I
I
capped
think
on your
it's
time
pushing
too.
people. It's either going to force people back into the world of stealing the game,
Yeah.
or they're just going to be offline and play locally.
Yeah.
Well, now
If
is
streaming
your-
isn't
now is
owning,
backlog
piracy
time.
isn't stealing.
Yes,
I'd
it's
be-
backlog time.
I'd
Yeah.
be interested to see the delta in the amount of RAM needed for, say, 100 people to have their own consoles versus 100 people streaming from GeForce Now. Because
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
don't need the RAM at GeForce's end.
Yeah.
So I don't know whether it's like equivalent or whether NVIDIA are just like, we bought all the RAM already. We've already got it. You can't get it. We have it.
Yeah.
Come to us.
So we'll see if this AI bubble does pop
Yeah.
this year.
Fingers crossed.
I've also seen on Amazon there's a lot of people that are buying DDR5 RAM, and people are getting DDR4 sticks in a DDR5 case, like that slips into your PC. So they're taking the outer shell off a DDR5 and putting it on a DDR4 and returning it, and they're keeping the DDR5.
Yeah, so then when
God
it
damn.
goes
Put in the
in
PC.
your PC, it says
And then when it gets
DDR4.
sold off, it looks normal because the people at the Amazon returns department don't know what the difference is.
Of course.
Like it just looks like a slightly different pin spacing,
God.
and that's it. People are getting DDR4 when they're paying the ridiculous prices that a DDR5 is at the minute.
Wow.
Horrible.
Uh,
But more AI.
Well,
Happy New Year.
while we're oof AI in, there was a lot of. So this is going to sound really bad, but I don't think it's as bad as it was made out originally. So not the Game Awards, but separate awards basically took
It's like the
Indie Game Awards.
Game Awards took away the Indie Award for Claire Obscure Expedition 33 because for quote unquote lying about having AI in their game.
Yes.
Now
It's now gone to Blueprints.
it's now gone to Blueprints, which they have admitted
Mm.
to having AI in their game.
But they didn't.
Blueprints
lie
have?
about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
I do think that's funny.
Yeah.
Right. At what stage are we cutting off AI?
So-
Like, is the command line that a enemy has in a game to run certain protocols depending on where you
Well,
are in the game? Is that AI?
I
It
think
is
it's
intelligence.
So this is so you have to differentiate generative AI and that sort of
Right,
AI.
okay.
And the thing is, yes, there's a lot of AI used in games and has been forever. We've talked about it hundreds of times.
Yeah.
That is accepted. This is talking about generative AI. Now, in Claire Obscure's case, there was one singular texture that was
News of a newspaper.
I don't know, maybe.
No, I've seen it. It's
is
like
it?
a newspaper
Yeah.
poster that's wrapped around like a lamppost or something.
Yeah. And it was made with generative AI. It was intended to be made with generative AI, but also be replaced before the game comes out. They
Yeah.
missed it. It has now been patched out. And
I think it got patched out in like the first week of sale.
So it's now been patched out.
So-
There's no generative AI in the game. And that means they've lied about it. Now, I don't think it does.
No, I
because
don't
they
think
could
so
have just
either.
made a mistake. Yes, we didn't have any generative AI in the game. Oh no, we missed one.
Yeah.
You know, that's
Yeah,
not a lie. A lie
it's-
has to have intention behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like they're exactly stealing and ripping off another game, is it?
It's
Oh,
also
no.
not like the
I
game
know.
contains a generative AI that is doing something in the game. It's just used in development.
I think they've clearly used it as a tool to like. I think what they've come out and basically said is like, no, they maybe used it to get a general idea of
Yeah.
some art, but then they'll completely replace it with original art.
Yeah. Because the complex thing you say there, Ben, about, it's not like they've ripped off another game. That is what generative AI does. It rips off things.
Because it can't think for itself.
Yeah.
It
and
has
puts
to have
things
input.
together. And that's the danger of it. And that's
The thing that jumped to my mind was the crap. What was it? It was sorry.
Marathon. Where they
Was
use
it?
that person.
Yes,
for art.
Marathon.
Yeah.
That was it. Yeah, that was what jumped to mind. Of that's clearly exactly the artwork, exactly everything.
This is where it gets interesting. Now, think of the Marathon example. What a lot of studios do when they concepted things companies is they make like mood boards and collages of things that they
Mood
want
board.
in the game. Yeah. So they'll go online, they'll find different artists they like, and they'll get examples. They'll find different color swatches they like and get examples. They'll find different
Pinterest.
Yeah, they'll get different like mythological ideas and stuff from things, and they'll put it all in this board, and then that will be like a board for a character, for example. And then the concept artist will take all these ideas, make concept art, make the character.
Yeah.
So it's quite a laborious process, but it is part of that process. Now that's what happened in Marathon, and instead of the artist removing the artist who plagiarized from that, they just basically used their art directly. Instead of making something similar, they just used it. Now we'll move on to the Larian story now.
Yeah.
The Sven Vinke. So Sven Vinke, the head of Larian, was in an interview with Jason Schreier and admitted to using generative AI concept work
In the new Divinity,
in the new Divinity game. And they also, I think, said they used it in Baldur's Gate. But I can't remember.
I can't remember.
Now,
yeah.
Loads of people online have ripped him apart for this. For suggesting this. Now, what he's come to clarify, and he did clarify in the article, but that part was never published, was that they use it for this stage of concept arting. So when they're gathering all these resources, which takes hours or days or whatever to create these mood boards, they're essentially using generative AI to do that for them. And then they're using the generative AI mixed with all these online searches as well to create their own art, which I think is a better use. If you're going to use generative AI, at least you're using it in a way where you are then
replacing it.
Yeah, you are replacing it.
I suppose the only...
You're just using it as a research tool, really.
Yeah.
Exactly, and that's what he's trying to say. He's basically using it to remove the laborious activity of searching for all these bits. They're not reducing the number of concept artists. In fact, quite the opposite. They've hired more concept artists. They've bought an art studio.
Yeah.
So they've actually done a lot to put back into, they've although they're using AI, they're not using AI to replace, they're using AI to enhance.
It's getting to the point where AI is becoming so ubiquitous as a tool to use. It'd be like saying, well, you can make your game, just don't ever use Google or a search engine. You're not allowed to. You got to go to the library. Go to find some encyclopedias. God.
I think the only, I agree with everything you guys are saying there, but I think the only thing, and I think some concept artists have come out and said this themselves. The only problem is because you don't know where the AI is getting their sources from. It never tells you.
Yeah.
You can't properly credit.
You can't.
Because you'd have a list that's like 5,000 pages long.
Yeah. It could have literally copied something.
I got this eyebrow from this page on this date.
Yeah. So you might be copying something that you don't even know about.
Yeah. So it almost becomes harder because you have to reverse engineer the concept. Now, I think
it's already interesting.
It is. I think if you look at the process of creating these mood boards, Googling images and stuff, AI is becoming so prevalent these days. What's to say the images you've Googled aren't also AI?
Right.
That have then taken from somebody else.
Which you don't know. You don't.
It's
really hard.
Yeah.
This is why there needs to be a push for AI laws that state that 100%. Something has to be shown when, or there needs to be an indicator that it's been done by AI.
But if you don't intentionally use any generative AI, but you might have vicariously used generative AI.
I know.
So it's a very hot topic at the moment. I think it's a very nuanced topic that a lot of people aren't ready for, because you've got people on one side saying AI is the best thing ever, put all your money into it. I think they're wrong.
Yeah.
You've got the other side of people who are anything that has even touched AI is AI slop. And I think they are well intentioned.
We've definitely not been through that with the logo at all.
No.
I think they are well intentioned, but they're missing the general, or the wider picture of.
Yeah, it's here. It's here now.
Yeah, it's here now. It is going to be used. It's how do we use this safely, whilst crediting the appropriate people and not make people lose their jobs. How can we use it to enhance the people who are working? Get more creativity out of them, because they're not now having to spend a week searching for Google images. They can now spend an hour putting together the mood board, and then spend that week doing their art, doing things properly. Games come out quicker. People can be more creative. etc., etc.
Agreed.
How do you make that happen without
Without without big CEOs going,
yeah,
let's fire half our staff because of AI.
Exactly, and without people
Yeah.
not being credited for the works, and etc., etc. It is far more nuanced, I think, than a lot of people give it credit for. But
Oh, definitely.
that's what will probably come out over the year now. Over this year, I think it'll be the AI. How do we use it safely?
Welcome to 2026.
Yeah. I think people are realizing it's not as smart as it says it is.
No, it's pretty dumb.
Yeah.
It's smart in some ways, but it can only work with the information that it's been given.
Yeah.
Maybe this is the year where AI does my laundry instead of me. And I get to do the arty thing.
Yes.
And turns on you and burns your house down. Terminator's coming.
That is what AI
shrink all the
for.
socks.
Yeah.
But the slippery slope is there, Joe. What about the people who do laundry professionally for like hotels?
Well,
they then get replaced and they don't have a job. So it's hard.
It goes back to the people throwing clogs into the looms, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The future is now.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on.
Yes.
From Oof AI to Rumours for you.
It's a quick one. There's been a leak of a Prince of Persia Sands of Time remaster, don't know.
That's not a Ubisoft property, is it?
It is.
That's what I was wondering. I nearly mentioned it before.
So they actually announced this a long time ago.
But they never give anything.
So they announced it a long time ago. The studio, I think it was their first game, and it looked rough. It looked really rough. So Ubisoft put it back into production with another studio, and then it's fallen silent.
Yes.
So I think I heard this rumor too that it's coming out in Jan.
Yeah, there was a shadow drop style thing going on with it for January.
Oh, okay.
I think I did hear that people expected it to be shown at the Game Awards, though. So I think when that's come and gone,
and nothing happened.
I think people are kind of like, okay, it's not happening. I mean,
that's why I mentioned it as a rumor. You see, anyone would say I'm good at my job. I am pretty damn good at my job.
Maybe.
Well, I mean, that ties nicely into your next segment.
It does. Games coming up. So the first one's a quick mention. Nintendo being Nintendo, re-releasing Animal Crossing for the Switch 2, which doesn't look like there's going to be much improvement apart from performance. I mean,
tag.
But of course they'll release it at 60 quid again, probably, in the usual moments. I thought I'd mention it anyway.
When's that coming out? Sorry,
there's no. I have no dates. That's why it's sort of linked to my rumor a bit, because it is this month, but
you just don't know when.
Who knows? The next one, there's been a game on and off for a while. It's PC related, called Hytale. Now, there's been a load of release windows for it, and the basic concept is Minecraft with RPG.
Oh,
elements.
Yes, I've seen this. There is guns in it.
It's never going to look great. It's Minecraft. It's literally cubes. But 13th of Jan, it's going into early access.
Nice.
But imagine Minecraft with dungeons and questing and fun stuff to do.
It's the PAL world of Minecraft, I've heard it be described as.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, 13th of Jan, PC only.
Cool.
Code Violet.
Yes, the dinosaur one.
Yeah, dinosaur / monster. Survival horror-esque. People are likening it to Resident Evil and or Dead Space because it
sounds like
sci-fi.
Dino Crisis.
A bit.
It does sound Dino Crisis.
Plays a female protagonist.
Yeah.
They're not putting it on PC because they don't want mods.
I mean, they don't really need to mod it. Have you seen any of the footage?
It's like making Stellar Blade and then saying we don't want it on PC because they'll make it.
No mods.
Yeah.
They'll make it rude.
Yeah. But
again, has had random release windows. So the PS Store is saying 9th of Jan, some regions 10th of Jan.
Okay, I seem to remember this being on a game coming up a while back.
Yeah, they've been attempted a couple of times.
Yeah.
PS5 only.
Oh.
Midnight Walkers.
Is this the sequel to A Midnight Walk?
No. Walkers.
Like
Yeah.
It's extraction-based PvE PvP shooter zombie-esque thing.
Okay.
The free-to-play game, I'm assuming. 29th of Jan, early access PC. 7 Deadly Sins Origin, open world RPG.
Oh, this was
anime-based.
at Summer Games Fest, in the anime block.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
You
Yes.
play as an original character in that world, don't you?
I think it's supposed to rival this release of this, because 7 Deadly Sins has been going on for a long time, apparently.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It's supposed to rival Genshin Impact, this one, apparently.
Okay.
All the characters from the show are in that world, but they're like NPCs. You don't play as them. You play as your own person. Yeah.
Free to play, PC, PS5, 28th of Jan. Arc Knight Endfield.
I think this is another anime one, isn't it?
I don't know. I recognize the name, but
it's like is that one of the mobile games? It's a bit like Tower Defense. Arc Knights. I'm sure I've heard that.
Yeah, so it comes from a tower defense game.
Yeah.
Mobile tower defense game, and this is a real game that they're releasing.
A real game?
Real game. PC, PS5.
As opposed to those fake
Well, tower defense game. Come on. It's a 5-minute mobile break, isn't it?
They're usually pretty complex.
Yeah, no, they're not.
Same about factory builders, but okay.
Yeah, no, that's pretty in depth. There's a difference. So this is going to be real-time combat, base building, more tower defense stuff, with an anime look. 22nd of Jan, PC, PS5.
Good day, that 22nd Jan.
Yeah.
Good day.
Yeah, ruin the world. Anyway, Mio, M-I-O.
Oh,
Mio.
that's like
It's the Pokemon-like, isn't it?
It's the Metroidvania.
Yeah,
one, isn't it? Yeah. Memories in Orbit.
There you go.
Yeah.
Memories in Orbit. So you play as Mio, little small maintenance bot, who is trying to maintain or help or escape, not sure, a decaying space ark.
It did look cool.
It does. It's got apparently. Don't look at pictures. Look at the videos, because the pictures of it don't look great. But while you're playing it, it looks very pretty and everything works quite well. PC, PS5, XS, Switch to 20th of Jan.
Nice.
Now I don't know how to say this. Cairn. Carn.
It is Carn.
Carn.
Yeah. It's the climbing one, isn't it?
Yeah. So,
is that how it's pronounced?
Ken?
I thought it was Carn.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
This is why I didn't just go for
Ken or Carn, but
just on S game, bit similar to Baby Steps with controlling limbs, apparently.
Yeah, but like I think it's supposed to be more gritty. It's like not. I don't think it's like comedy like Baby Steps is.
No,
definitely.
Yeah.
Realistic.
That was the liken I could think of trying to control limbs.
Yeah.
Survival climbing game is the best description I could come up with.
Because I think you do have to like eat and maintain stamina and stuff.
No enemies, just gravity.
No enemies, just gravity.
Not as forgiving as Descent.
Well, there is a demo out for PC at the minute. Other than that, PC, PS5 release 29th of Jan.
Oh, nice.
Code Vein 2, the follow-up to Code
Oh, it
Vein.
comes out in January.
Yeah.
Nice.
Anime Dark Souls, that's what it is.
It is.
If you like the first one,
Pretty
you like
much.
the second one, apparently.
It does flow a lot faster than a Dark Souls game, though.
Ah, cool. 30th of Jan, PC, PS5, X, and S. I didn't rustle my papers enough, sorry. I think that's about it, because it is January, let's face it.
I know there's one more game coming out.
I'm glad you left it till last.
Stone Simulator 2.
No, I know. Nice.
It's the one more thing.
High God.
Oh.
I wrote that down somewhere. That's what I was looking for, and I couldn't find it.
At least it's got all year to flop.
Well, hopefully not. I'm really hopeful that it does well. Maybe when people play it, The problem is
I'm
getting
hopeful, but I
people
just
to
know
play
the
it.
trend with these types of games
Me
is
too.
they do well in the first like 2 months and then people move on.
Honestly, I don't think it will do well in the first 2 months.
Oh.
I think the problem with this game, with this aesthetic and the type of game it is, with it being free to play, getting people on
Yeah.
it. And I think it's probably going to be a good game. I think people who play it will probably enjoy it and say, okay, it's really good. Don't think people will play it.
And
Like
just
enough people.
will it last through that period?
That's the challenge.
Yeah.
And I hope it does, because it's a new studio and, you know, I don't want them to obviously go under immediately, but it's
They
an
definitely
uphill
did-
battle.
yeah.
It is an uphill battle.
Be absorbed into the Microsoft
Am I-
conglomerate.
I think I lost a page out of my book because I wrote it down and it's not there.
I might download it and just try it. Just
Yeah.
Just
So
to see,
it comes out January 26th.
yeah, 26.
PS5 and PC, which is strange because it doesn't say Xbox here
No.
on my list. So
Mm.
strange. It's free to play though,
Xbox
isn't
is
it?
dying.
Yeah. Free to play, yeah. Free to play first person shooter, arena shooter with character, what's it called? What are they called?
Heroes? Hero shooter? Yeah.
Hero shooter.
But you can ride horses.
There you go.
Maybe there'll be other creatures that you can ride, like a griffin. It looks like a
Oh.
game that'd have a
That would
griffin.
be cool. That'd be
Joe,
cool.
get on the dev team. That sounds better.
Yeah.
Sounds better already. Well, should we do some socials then?
Yeah.
Before we go on to our Buried by Backlog. So if you want to chat to us, the best place to go is our Discord. Just search Game and Garnish, or go into any of our socials like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. There's a link there, but you can join our Discord and there's always a conversation going on. Probably the best place to chat to us and everyone else who's listening. I've already just mentioned that we are on the other socials as well. So if you want to follow us on those, we post when the episodes are coming out and other stuff. And then if you want to email
Like and
us,
subscribe.
please. It really does help if you do. So please do.
Yeah, we love the data.
We love the data.
It's just Jake looking at numbers on his phone.
Yeah.
That's
Yes. But if you want to email us, you can email us at gaminggarnish@gmail.com. Send us in any questions because we like answering them on the pod. I always like doing that. So that's that. Let's move on to our first Buried by Backlog of the year. And we had a bit of extra time to play this
We
one.
did. We didn't need it.
We didn't.
Well, Joe did, but
It was more of an access problem
Yeah.
than gameplay time problem.
So I picked this one, and it's Cocoon. It wasn't just me who picked this because it was on our community Buried by Backlog list too. And Lewis picked this as well. So I kind of took it off the list to play it. And I've been looking forward to playing it for a while, to
you
be
were
fair.
hoping it landed on the spin.
Yeah, every time it span, I was like, oh, come on, Cocoon. And so
because
eventually
you
I was
just didn't
like,
want to use your go up, did you?
yeah. Eventually I was like, well, I'll better just pick it myself if I want to play it.
Right
So-
when it came off Game Pass.
Yes.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, I thought it was on Game Pass, but it's only on PS Plus. It literally came off Game Pass maybe the month before I selected it. So Joe came round to mine the other day
Yeah.
to play it.
I got quite a way through it
It
in
isn't
like
a
a
long
few,
game.
the few hours
Yeah.
I was there.
It
Yeah.
isn't a
Yeah.
long game. So what type of game is it, Jake?
So Cocoon is a puzzle adventurer. It's developed by Geometric Interactive and published by Annapurna Interactive.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Interactive. It's made up of X. What are they called?
Playdead.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the guys who made Limbo and Inside.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I, straight from the bat, I'll ask for your first thoughts, but me, straight from the bat, I like this way more.
Yeah.
I liked Inside, or was it Limbo we played?
We played.
No, we played
We
Inside.
played Inside. I liked Inside, but this really puzzled my gears. I don't know the right way of saying it.
That's the
There
new
you
phrase
go.
for 2026. That's really puzzling my gears.
Yes. More than that, I enjoyed this quite a bit. What about you guys? What are your first thoughts?
I enjoyed it. Yeah, it's very different to those two games. The Limbo and Inside are very similar in what they are, and they are puzzle games, but
They're more side scrolly, whereas this is
Yeah.
top down as well.
Yeah, this lacks the dread that's in both of those.
Definitely, but
Yeah.
this is through and through a puzzle game.
Yes. Yeah, there's no combat.
Well, kind of.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, the bosses. There are bosses.
Yeah,
Of course,
you don't directly attack anything really.
No.
Yeah.
And they're cleverly done. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it.
Joe, Ben?
I think this isn't just a game. This is an experience. Your boggle will be minded. Your mind will be boggled. One of those two.
Yes.
By the ending, yeah.
I had a similar moment. I quite enjoyed it. Odd. There's nothing. You just start. You're in it.
Yeah. There's no intro. It's just like, oh yeah, you hatch out a cocoon and that's it.
Yeah.
You're on your way.
Very, very tunic.
Yes.
Way.
I did say that on the intro, didn't I, Jay? This music, this symbolism, it's all very tunic.
Yes.
Yeah, you did.
It is.
Do have a confession.
Yes.
Go on.
I only got 75% of the way through it
That's fine.
because I never got
damn.
back to it, unfortunately.
I beat you in the one time I got to play it. I got to like 83% or something.
Oh, I did only have one sitting though to do it. I think.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I got 3 of the worlds.
Okay.
Oh, so you've done the purple world?
Yeah.
Yeah, the gross world.
Yeah, that's another moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
Go on, Jake, take it away before we get too far in.
Well, I suppose we'll start then with the general puzzles and the world of Cocoon. Now, I don't think I knew that much about this beforehand, but essentially, it all revolves around this world within worlds element, and it doesn't quite start like that. You'll do the first area, and then you'll get to a platform or a pool, and then you'll fly out of this area, and then you're in another world.
Like a marble you've flown out of.
And there's like a ball or a marble, and then you can carry this marble around, and that's got the whole world inside of it. And then you go on to, I think you have 4 worlds by the end. There's an orange, a green, a purple, and a white.
Yes.
And then obviously the puzzles don't all revolve around the worlds, but that becomes the big thing.
Yeah.
So
you get a power from each world, don't you?
So by carrying around the orange world, you can step on platforms, like orange platforms.
That are
it builds them in front of you,
Yeah, they're invisible otherwise. So you have this orange thing, and then that'll spawn these orange platforms.
So in the worlds, there's these holders that you'll put the orb on, and that'll create like a pool, won't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it'll be a pool that's the color of the orb that you've put in, and then that means you can jump into that world.
Yeah.
And what you'll end up finding is that in certain worlds, so say you're in the orange world, you might need the green orb to do puzzles inside the orange world. And then you might need, within the orange world, to put the green orb down to go inside the green world, which you then need the purple orb for.
Yeah.
And it gets very
you can only hold 1 orb at a time.
Yes.
As well. But then you can put orbs inside other orbs.
So if you're inside the orange orb and you've put the green orb inside it somewhere, and then you leave the orange world, you've then got the green orb inside the orange world.
And then you can carry the orange world.
You don't get the green orb's powers.
Yeah.
You might also need to take an element from a world to a different world to use. So like the bug thing that follows you around the camera.
A little drone.
You got to take that through another world to get it to the right place, because it'll get destroyed and it goes on.
And you need to you might need the orange powers to get through a certain area, but then you need the green world on the other side of that. And it's all very much like, I said to Lucy when I was trying to describe it, it's like Inception.
Yeah.
Yes, very much so.
With worlds. So you have to go into multiple levels or layers of the world, do stuff, and then come out a layer and do some stuff, and go back in and back out too. And
absolutely no reason to do it.
Well,
there's no story.
Yeah, there is, but it's not very clear what's happening.
And it doesn't tell you that you're supposed to do any of these things. You've got to.
No, you just walk, don't you, till you get it.
When you end the game, it kind of is relatively clear, a bit ambiguous, but relatively clear why you've done all this.
Yeah.
But
no, Jake showed it me, and I was like, "What?" Because I didn't make it to the end, but I was in the last world. I was facing the boss in the darkness.
It's a shame because you missed some of one like really cool puzzle. I think one of my favorite puzzles was at the end.
Where you had to put the worlds in order.
Yes.
Inside one another, yeah.
Yeah.
He did show me that bit.
Yeah. And that was quite tricky to get your head around because you did have to literally, because you can't just put the orb down anywhere. You can only put the orb in certain places.
Yeah.
So you had to go inside the worlds and remember where you can put stuff and then go in, literally in the next world and put in the things.
It's not really open world as well. So once you...
No, they are levels, really.
Yeah. You're kind of like walking through a level. And as soon as you do that puzzle, usually you move on to the next zone.
It kind of... It's not open world, no.
But it's rare that you'll even have to backtrack beyond the last bit you're at.
It's only not open world because, like, say, a bridge you've just crossed might, say, collapse and you can't get back that way.
Yeah.
You've not, like, gone through a loading screen or something, and it's taken you to another place.
It's all one big thing,
Yeah.
I mean, that's the insane part. There's no loading.
Yeah. I mean,
did anybody find it really trippy when they came out of the first world? And you fly sort of towards the screen.
And you pop out.
Yeah.
It was, I think if you had no idea about the game at all, that would have been a really cool moment to experience.
Yes, so I kind of had that myself because I didn't really know.
I knew what it was,
Like, I knew it was a puzzler, but I didn't really know to what extent.
Yeah.
So
I thought I knew what this game was, and I was completely wrong. As soon as I started playing, I was like, oh, it's 3D. Because I thought it was going to be something like Ori or a Castlevania type game.
Yeah. See, I knew what it was.
Yeah.
So I obviously didn't have that. What did you guys get to the bits? I'm sure you did, where you're in a world and you do a puzzle and it opens like a split in the world that allows you to.
That's way later on.
I think they would have got to that.
No, Joe didn't get.
That's only in the last world that happens.
Oh, see, this is really cool. So you'll do a puzzle, and what will happen is a big tear will happen in the world, which has one of the other worlds through the tear.
Yeah.
But because you're not having to use the orb to get to the other world, it becomes sort of even more complicated.
There's one part where you take the green orb into the green world, which you can't usually do.
Yeah.
And then every time you jump onto one of the platforms to come out of the world, you end up coming out in the green world. And you're like, what the hell? Where the hell?
Very confusing. But it's a really cool effect because you sort of walk into this tear and you see the world change around you. I just thought it looked really cool as the tear sort of gets closer to the screen and you're fully engulfed in that world. Really cool visual effects that way. The way it works. And every world is very sort of, what's the word?
Unique.
Recognizable.
Yeah.
And identifiable.
It's got like a color scheme.
Yeah.
Like one's like that. The orange world's like a desert. Green world's
like a swampy jungle.
Yeah. And there's definitely eureka
I don't know what the purple
moments.
world's supposed to be.
Purple world's cringy, insecty. That is one of my worst moments.
I was thinking body horror more than anything.
Things pulsing
like
and
something
changing.
Doom, it's like everything's made of brains or ribs or like
brains.
I get it. I had quite a few like eureka moments when you'd figure out something, you'd be like, of course.
It does a great job of making you feel smart as hell.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, really, you've just overcome your dumbness. You've not got any cleverer. You've removed some misconceptions.
Yeah, and that's sometimes what it comes down to because you don't think you can do something. The first time I realized you could drop the ball midair, when you take those springs.
Yeah.
Like, and
you put it in the little tube.
That. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when you do it, you're like, okay, that opens up the ability now to do other things.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool.
It doesn't even tell you what button to press.
I don't know at all.
Because we played on PlayStation at Jake's. It didn't you didn't say press X. X isn't the action button. Even when you press pause, there's no like control scheme. Because I know there's only one button.
I think you can go to the control scheme, and it literally is just like X for action. That's all it says, and then start for pause.
Well, it doesn't need to be any more complicated than that.
No.
It just works. It's a very linear game, but there are little like side routes, but they're very short, and you just get an achievement at the end of each one.
I was saying, Jake, it does a good job of not making it feel like it's railroaded, even though it is.
Yeah,
it does. It feels like you could go somewhere, but because you're only locked into that path by your progression.
Yeah, because it is essentially railroaded, but you just don't feel like you're being. And maybe it's because it doesn't really give you an objective. It's just like go,
have a look around,
shoo, go do your thing.
Yeah.
What did you guys think to the puzzles to get the little robot? So you get like
the drones.
The little drones, and there'll be puzzles where you require the drones, and routes you can't take because you get captured.
You have to put him in another world to get him through it,
but you always have to unlock them.
The one that got me stuck.
That stuck me as well for a little while.
I figured it out pretty quick.
At that one,
I need to get him eaten by something.
Me and Joe, we were talking. Joe was doing it, and I was like trying to almost talk you through it, but I wasn't saying anything. And I was just going.
He's helping me realize.
That one I got like almost immediately.
Yeah,
and got it to respawn in the other place. There was one with turrets that took me ages.
Okay.
But but what was I going to say?
The puzzles to get the little drones.
Yes, they were
with the music notes.
Yeah.
They were probably the weakest of the puzzles for me.
I thought they were quite cool.
I worked that out quite quick, actually.
Yeah.
But doing them initially, I really liked it because you had to go find something in the environment.
The clue.
That told you what.
And it was different every time.
Yeah.
So I like that. I like the later one with the white orb.
Yeah, we had to shine it through the big black orbs. That was cool.
Yeah.
My favorite one was the most subtle. I think it was it appeared on one of the orange paths you can make.
Yeah, that was quite cool.
Yeah.
And there was one where it's reflections in the water I quite liked.
Yeah. I think that's later on. That's quite late on.
Is it? I thought the black orbs was later than that.
No, because you end up going back through all the worlds.
Then there is one where I think it's in the green world where you make it appear in like a mist, but you have to activate a pillar every time to reset it to the next one.
Yes. Yeah. That one. Cool. What about the boss battles?
Very Mario-esque.
Yes,
reminded me of
do
Crash
the thing
Bash.
3 times.
Yeah. Crash Bash specifically.
Yeah. You know, like when you're bouncing around the map or something, and it's like you're dodging each other. And
so they all have a unique ability for the bosses, which you don't take out the bosses usually.
No, it's just for that.
It's just for that boss.
I did the teleporty one. Took me a couple of attempts because
that was my favorite one.
Teleporting off things.
It was very. You had to rewire your brain, but I enjoyed
that one took me the longest to do because I kept looking at the thing you teleport to, and it kept grabbing me.
Yes.
See, it probably didn't. It probably took me the least amount of goes, but I found it hard to like rewire my brain. Some of the early ones took me quite a few goes.
You kind of had to look at 2 spots at the same time, didn't you?
Yeah.
You were going and where you were because you were dodging at the same time as trying to line up where you're going to land on the next platform.
It was when it became the sphere at the end of the fight, like in the final phase. I was like, well, how do I get it to get out of that? But I kept dying just before it released the shield it had.
Yeah.
But the mechanics were interesting because you weren't like fighting the bosses necessarily.
No.
But they
kind of destroyed themselves, didn't they, really?
They were interesting because it was a very clear 3 phases. You hit them 3 times, you beat them, but each phase it gets harder. But they were interested in how they got harder.
Yes.
And the mechanics felt satisfying every time. It never felt like a bit of a gimmick. It always felt good to do.
You only got one. If you got hit, you got thrown out the world, basically.
Sometimes you could get hit twice, I want to say.
I think if you got hit, you were getting grabbed. There was only one where I think it was the thing where it had the legs that you had to rip off. You could get hit by one of the legs, but it was more like it was sticky.
Yeah, but then there was also one where it fired stuff at you, and if you got hit by the thing that it fired at you, you might be able to get away before it grabbed you.
Oh, the first boss.
Yeah.
The little crystal bugs. Yeah.
But yeah, very much enjoyed that. I was surprised at how much I actually enjoyed the boss battles because I thought they were just going to be a bit like, secondary to the whole thing. But I think one of the things that really take away from this is nothing felt secondary. Everything felt intentional and like it complemented the experience. There was nothing where I was like, another one of these.
Definitely. It didn't repeat itself a lot.
I did get like that with the drones. I was like, I'm going to need a drone again.
That's what I mean about
to open the blue thing.
Probably the weakest part of it.
Yeah.
Because
they could have done a different thing you had to get rather than the same thing each time.
Definitely. But they did, like, leaving one in one world and then taking the world through was an interesting puzzle with that. At the very last boss where you have to hit now, Joe, you saw a bit of this. Where you have to hit the lights.
That frustrated me.
Black.
That was annoying.
Because you had a time limit to do it in.
Yeah.
Also, really firing your beam lowered one of the little rings that was supporting you in midair. So you only had a limited number of shots.
Oh, was that what it was? I thought it was time.
Yeah.
I thought it was time too.
I think the first time you do it, it's more generous, but subsequent times it's harsher.
Fair enough. I just assumed it was if you take too long, it does it. But like you're essentially in the middle. You can spin through 360, but then you've got these lights spinning through you in like 360 and you have to shoot your orb. That takes a bit of time to travel and hit the lights. But then as it gets later on, there's like barriers in the way, or every time you hit them, it reverses direction. Yeah. Or they get further away. And because you have to do it in a time or in as few shots as possible, they get very frustrating.
Yeah.
I thought that bit was the final boss that I'd got to. But then it allowed me to get to the next bit of the level.
Yeah. So it does that 3 times, if I remember right.
Yeah.
That was probably the only bit I was a bit frustrated at. But the rest of it
agreed
was very smooth. Even if I was getting stuck, I was still enjoying it. Especially
the boss designs are all very cool as well.
Yeah.
My favorite one was the second one that was a bit eldritch looking.
Let's move on to the
triangle starfish.
Yeah, let's move on to the style then, I suppose, like the art direction.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, it's like almost sci-fi bugs.
Yeah,
you're a bug.
You play as a bug, but then there's these little
pulsing parts.
But I think they realised the world very well.
Yeah.
And it looked nice. Graphically, it was. I wouldn't change it in any way.
It's weird but wonderful.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
It's intriguing.
It's a very it's a very quiet design. I don't know if that makes sense. But I look at it, it's not. There's no visual clutter. It's not busy. It's everything that's there is intentional.
You can pretty much always tell where you can and can't go.
Yeah,
there was a couple times, as always, with these isometric things where you can go under something. You can't always quite tell.
I had that moment a couple of times. Have I missed something? And I'm lapping it because I'm like, I feel like I walked past the path, but it turns out you're just in the wrong world.
Yeah. And sometimes because of the nature of the game, it's quite easy to forget that the puzzle might not be in this world. It might have been another one. And in that way, it kind of reminded me a bit of like Lucky Squire.
Yeah.
But just done better.
Done way better. Yeah.
Where you're moving between, in that case, pages, but in this case, like in a different world.
Definitely. I didn't even think to compare it to Lucky Squire, but you're right. Yeah. This does it way better. That excellent mechanic. I'm trying to think of other sections of the game. We've done like
music, sound design sort of thing.
I don't think it had a lot of sound design. Then.
Yeah. Because music
squelching.
Music, it was very subtle. It was very much just like a single note.
It's quite quiet.
Yeah. It had the breath of the wildness to it. Every now and again, you'd hear a note,
and I think that added to it. There was something distinct when you started going in the right direction.
Yes, it did like a swell.
Yes, but it was subtle, but it was enough. And I really like that.
No.
I really liked that because sometimes you need it just to be like, oh, okay, this, you feel like you figured it out.
I've done it right,
And then that reminds you, yes, you have done it right. You're like, yes. Because like otherwise...
Pavlov reward.
Yeah.
A little bit of stimulation,
It's definitely. Just that little confirmation that you have got this puzzle right.
Yeah, you are going the right way. Especially if you're needing to commit to doing something that might take a couple minutes to do.
Yeah.
It just reminds you. But then other than that, you've got the little sound effects of, they're serviceable, they're good.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say they're bad. They don't add too much, but they don't, they're just there.
The orbs sounded very glassy, which I like because they made it feel very Marble-esque.
Yes.
I was saying to Jake, it reminded me of that ending of Men in Black 1, where their entire galaxy is in a marble that people are playing alien marbles with other galaxies in. I was like, this is that.
It is. But like the tippy tap on the, on the metal floors and stuff, and different things. Yeah, it's really, really nice. But I agree with the glass sound of the marbles. It really does add an extra layer to that.
Yeah, definitely. We've already kind of said there's no story as well, so.
Well, it's all told in the environment.
Yeah,
the story. Like there's a bit in like the grey mechanical world that I pointed out too. Is like, oh, these are all me. There's like rows and rows and rows of other bug-like entities that are you, just like frozen in time, going up a ramp towards another orb.
Yeah,
I thought, oh, so maybe we're the one that worked, or we're saving these ones. I don't know.
The one that got away.
Yeah,
cool.
The one that succeeds.
Yeah,
basically. So I think we've pretty much covered everything there.
Yeah.
Let's go on to the recommendations. Let's hear from Brad first.
Okay. Well, I think sort of we alluded to it being a short game. What is it, like 3 hours?
Yeah, three or four, I think.
And I think it's the sort of perfect length for this sort of game. It doesn't outstay its welcome. And And I like it because puzzle games sometimes can frustrate me to the point where when you're not making any progress, you're just hitting a dead end, it can be very easy to just Google.
Yeah.
But because you know this is short, I feel like you can award more time to it.
Yeah.
You know, because you're wasting your time in those moments, but it's never more than, say, 15 minutes or half an hour even. You know, it's not like these 20-hour puzzle games where you've still got another 18 hours ahead of you. You don't want to waste it half an hour now and then half an hour later. So,
hey, time you enjoy wasting is never wasted time.
Yeah, but when you're not enjoying it.
Oh, well, yeah, there is that.
But I never found that with this. There was times when, I was getting a bit frustrated, but it never lasted more than 20 minutes. I think the puzzle design was very good to the point where we all got stuck on different bits. You know what I mean? There was not really like one puzzle that was like way harder than the rest. It got increasingly more difficult. But I thought the puzzles were really interesting. They didn't repeat the same things all the time. They onboarded you very well. So they started off easy, and every time you got to a new world, the version of the puzzle of that, say, ability, if you will, was quite easy at first.
It almost tutorializes you through like the start of each section.
Exactly. Yeah. And I think that was really impressive.
Very well.
And I think it looked really nice.
Without like having any text or anything. It's just...
Exactly. So really interesting, unique puzzle game. Definitely recommend it to people to give a go. Because it's short, and you'll know if you're going to jibe with it pretty quickly, you know.
Oh yeah.
And if you're not, it's not very long.
Definitely. Ben?
Yeah, I'd definitely say play. I find it to be a handheld game. I think it's absolutely great on the Steam Deck, which is I bought it for £9 on Steam, I think, because it had gone off the Game Pass. Thanks, Jake.
I wonder how you would have felt if you didn't have it on handheld, because this maybe feels like one of those games that you always say you begrudge playing on Xbox.
Yeah, I do think it would be that. I don't know, because it is quite. It's relatively pretty. It does look okay. You know, it's not. I'm sure it's not demanding to a console, but it's nice looking. But it worked really well on the Steam Deck. It didn't set it on fire or anything, so that's good. And I think I enjoyed the fact that I could lock it and come back to it in 10 minutes. On the Steam Deck.
Yeah,
I think it's that kind of game. Really, I would recommend it to anybody. Short, bit of a palate cleanser in a way, because it's not like anything you'll play.
Definitely.
Go for it.
Nice. Joe?
100%. I would recommend this to anyone that likes any form of brain thinkiness in a game. Even though it does a lot to not make you feel like you're solving puzzles, because it's just like, well, what do I need to do next? It's not like, right, you've progressed, now here's a puzzle. You've progressed, right, here's a puzzle. It's like the whole thing is a puzzle all the way through, so you don't feel like you're going through sections of, I'm just walking to the next thing I've got to figure out.
Yeah, it's quite fluid and just...
that's it. It's a very fluid game. Like,
it's not stop-start.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing I had against it was I wish I got to play it sooner, because then I would have been able to complete it.
Yeah.
Like if it was on Game Pass or something, I probably would have picked it up day one and then finished it. And then
forgotten by the time we play it. Because
I think it's about £22 to buy if it's not on sale.
I think it's quite steep.
Yeah.
For a 4-hour experience,
But it is a very good 4-hour experience.
It is, yeah. But I also wouldn't see myself playing it in more than 3 stints.
Yeah. I mean, you got 80% in one stint.
In 3 hours,
Yeah.
So it's like nearly finishing the game. If I'd paid £22 and finished it on the same day, I would be like, ooh, it's a bit steep. But for £9, great price.
Good.
Yeah, definitely. Especially because it's a little bit older now as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks lovely. Really reminiscent of Jusant to me.
Yeah.
Where it's a constant progress game. It's not you travel into this bit, now there's a puzzle to figure out.
Now go back.
Very similarly, game with very little text. You had to find the text if you wanted to read something. But 100% recommend.
Yeah. On the back of all your guys, it's a highly recommend from me. I think it's one of the best. I think when I think back to it, it's like one of the most impressive puzzles I've played. just for that like little standalone 4-hour experience.
Yeah.
Because it really uses that worlds within worlds. It's quite a gimmick for this game in itself. It hasn't really been done before, but then it's used to its fullest, or it feels like it's used to its fullest.
Yeah, definitely.
It looks great. It plays great. Just like Ben said, lovely palate cleanser as well. I think I played it before Final Fantasy. Between Ghost of Yotei and Final Fantasy. I think it was great.
We're only a few days into the new year, and I think we've already got a game that'll at least be on your game of the year.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
so far it's number one.
It is. There you go.
He's got Armored Core 6 to play yet, so
a little peek behind the scenes. I'd finished it before we did our top 10s, and I was like, can I bring it up, guys? Can I bring it up?
No.
All right. No. We haven't talked about it yet. So it's definitely, unless like 10 incredible games come out.
You'll have forgotten by December.
Yeah.
And there's a lot coming out in 26. So
there is.
GTA.
I really hope they do a second one with a different mechanic, because the centering the game around one mechanic was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they'll make another game. I would have thought.
I think they'll make something completely different.
Yeah.
But in the same sort of style, I suppose. But yeah, it's a big recommend from me.
Awesome.
Yeah. Well, that's it.
It is.
Better do the outro, I suppose.
What about my backlog game?
Yes. Why don't you tell us what your
nobody cares, Brad.
is?
Nobody cares.
No, I think you will care.
I think you'll care about this one. Yeah, Jake spoiled me as to what it was.
So I've picked a game that is on Game Pass. I double checked. So it's on Game Pass PC, which is good. It's Pacific Drive. So do you know what this is, Ben?
It rings a bell.
It's a first-person driving game where it's also a survival game. So you build your car, and you go out and you get resources, you bring them back, and you upgrade your car.
So it's very similar to Drive to Horizons, that was my number one.
Yes, exactly. I think I said in that episode, didn't I, that I think you'll like my next game.
Yeah,
awesome.
It's kind of like alien-y in the wilderness that you're going out into, but also realistic in how you operate your car, like you operate your wipers and your headlights.
So what I've done is play the rip-off of this.
Yes. And that was your number one. So
it might be your number one this year.
Yes. So Pacific Drive. We've got Ben's number one game of the year in the first few weeks of January. Maybe.
Nice one.
Or you'll hate it. We'll see.
Nice one. Well, until then, thank you very much for listening. First episode of 2026. We've got some cool stuff planned. It's very soon. Hopefully we can tell you about it soon and you can listen to it soon. So until then.
Yes.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Have a good one.
Happy New Year.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.